EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15.
More than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Ken Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Hey, check that. Street. Come on. Set.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Set. Check go.
Back to throw. Brenner eluding the pressure right. Open man here is Benson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Let's go now. Check. Hurt. Go.
On 1st down, it's Benson. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Street. Set. Get up.
They'll go again with Benson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards that time.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Running out of the gun here with Benson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Check smash. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Brenner. Catch is made by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
On the double.
Looking to throw. Brenner. They'll get this out wide to Harrison. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Shut up.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's second and 8. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's taken to the 26. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come my team! Come next! Let's go! Warrior 70! Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, 26 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Second down and inches. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That completes it again to Metcalf. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Cowboy 80. 60 by 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Second and 1. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now they'll change things up. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Does the big boy have the juice? And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it. Anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Ready? Set, go.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19, target, 70 ranges, 70 ranges. Go.
Back to throw. Brenner. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Buffalo 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Looking to throw. Brenner. He finds his man. Complete. It's Benson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Mustang 19. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Brenner. He's got Harrison left side complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Benson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now an audible here into something else. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is taken in by the tight end, Fant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He's got Watkins on the out route. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Brenner. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking to throw. Brenner. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harrison. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready, ready!
They run over center with Benson. And a solid run down inside the 30. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Bronco 80! Panther Street! Panther Street! Hut, hut!
Another run here with Benson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Cougar 19! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Check go.
From the gun on third down, Brenner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, 31 yards. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. This is intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Brenner. He completes it to Wilson. Fights through him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'll go with Lindsey up the middle.
Down to the 25. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Brenner. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it, and that'll be caught. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 4.
Flushed out right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
In motion right, that's Harrison.
A handoff here to Benson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the fourth quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready, go!
Back to throw. Brenner. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brenner. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Benson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because...
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A give up the middle with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.